Good morning, everyone. My name is Navpreet Kaur. Before getting into our topic, I would like to start my topic with an example. Imagine you are working on the crispy morning of the Monday and you all gathered in the meeting room for the conference and the HR just introduced a new equipment in front of you. How would you really react? But the main question arises, who is responsible for the working of that equipment and who is responsible to provide the knowledge and the education regarding that new equipment? So our topic for today is training the current employees on the new equipment, majorly focus on all these things. So my group members are Navpreet Kaur, it's me, Ritik Solanki, Bhavneet Kaur, and Karamjit Kaur. Let's get into the slide that what we will learn at the end through this presentation. The first is to enhance the job specific skills, to develop the leadership skills, to improve the communication skills, to increase the productivity and time management, and to encourage the teamwork and the collaboration among the employees. So these 5 points we will discuss and learn at the end of this presentation. As I already mentioned our team members, I would like to introduce our team name, that is the Powerhouse. So the group members are Navpreet Kaur, Bhavneet Kaur, Ritik Solanki, and Karamjit Kaur. Let's get straight into the overview of the topic that what we will discuss at the end. Why this topic is a current issue in the human resource management. We will discuss the organizational responsibilities for the training of the nursing staff. Then we will explore the laws and regulations for the training, outline the barriers and the strategies for the continuous nursing development. At the last, there we have a brief summary of the topic and references.
Good morning. My name is Bhavneet Kaur. I'm going to discuss training current employees. So, what is training? Training refers to a necessary activity that is used to ensure the development or growth of the organization in the future by educating or providing essential knowledge. It means that training is an activity by which we educate the employees about the skills and specialty. We will provide knowledge to the employees to use some things in the future so that we will ensure the development or growth of the organization. So our topic is training current employees on new equipment. So in this training, what's our aim? In this training, as a HR, the aim is to educate the nurses about the use, functioning, and maintenance of the new equipment. The training involves kinesthetic learning style. It means that the employees would be equipped with a hand-on practice on the new equipments so that they can work with them efficiently and will promote the growth and development of the healthcare organization. Know what is training and what is training current employees on new equipments. Now the question arises, why is it a current issue in HR? As a HR, why we think it's a current issue? So first is decreased productivity. It means that the production of the entire organization will decrease if the employees do not know how to operate the new equipments. Second, patient safety and risk management. It will risk to the safety of the patients if the nurses has lack knowledge about the use and functioning of the equipment. To promote the patient's safety, nurses should know how to use those special equipments. Third, organizational ineffectiveness. Lack of training will lead to organizational ineffectiveness. To to promote the effectiveness of the organization, the employees, such as nurses or other healthcare professionals, should know how to use the specialized equipment in their units or in their organization. Next, risk to patient well-being. So, if the nurse do not know how to operate the equipment, it will automatically lead to risk of well-being. they can put harm the life on the patient's well-being. So it is mandatory to teach the nurses about the uses of the equipment so that they can promote the well-being of the patients. Next, neglect skill development. Only with the help of training we can promote skill development in an organization. So, to promote the skill development or hone their skills, it is mandatory for the HR to provide training on different equipments to the nursing staff to promote the effectiveness of the entire organization. Next, occurrence of errors. It is an obvious cause. Like if someone do not know how to use the thing, they will automatically do errors or mistakes that will lead to potential harm. So it is important to reduce the errors, that the nurses should know how to use everything in the hospital. Next one, decrease quality of care. The quality of care is mandatory as a nurses. In a healthcare, the organization will grow only if the quality of care is better at that organization. So if the nurses do not know how to use equipments, they will decrease the quality of care because of their lack of knowledge and because of the potential harms and because of the patient risk. It everything led to the decreased quality of care in that organization. Next one is operational deficiency. The entire operation of the department will be better if the nurses and other staff know how to work within an organization. But if the nurses do not know the use of the equipment, it will lead to the operational deficiency of the entire healthcare. So these are the reasons why this is a current issue. These are the reasons we have to address these topics so that we can promote the well-being of the patients in our organization. It's a responsibility of HR to promote the quality care and to promote the growth and development of the organization. So HR should take efforts to provide trainings to the employees so that they can promote to the organizational effectiveness. Thank you.
Okay, I'm back again to discuss about the organizational responsibilities for training. Let's discuss. The first point is developing the comprehensive training programs. Through the development of the comprehensive training programs, it provide a framework to the staff members that how they can function and perform in the different fields. Next is providing the hands-on training session. Hands-on training session is very important element as it provides the controlled environment for the staff members to work on the real life based scenarios in which they can gather the information practically. Next is assessment of the training needs. It is very important if I talk about the assessment of training needs, it is very crucial for the HR to discuss and outlines the areas of the drawbacks for the future development among the employees and plan out the strategies to resolve that challenges. Next is the offering the various modes of the learning such as the simulation labs. Through the advancement of the technologies, there are the many various methods like the online platforms as well as the online offline modes in which the employees can gather the information. It can also be the simulation lab where they can perform the experience or any procedure on the real life based dummies. Next is provision of resources. It is also important element that the organizational is responsible to provide the accessible and affordable resources to all the employees to train them. The last is assessment of the competences. In the last step, the organization can assess the competencies of the staff members as the areas where they also can flourish and the areas for the future development.
Good morning everyone. My name is Karamjit Kaur and today I am going to explain about the laws and regulation for training. Now let's begin. ensuring compliance with essential training laws and regulation in paramount for safeguarding workplace safety, privacy, and professional standard across various industries. These are the various law come under this. First one is Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Second, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, which is also known as HIPAA. Next, Canadian Labour Code. Then State Licensing Board. Last one is Medical Device Regulation. Now let's discuss these laws one by one in little bit detail. Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It is a federal agency that sets and enforces workplace safety and health standards to protect employees from hazard in workplace. This requires employer to provide training to current employees on workplace safety and health hazard relevant to their job duties. This training should cover topics such as hazardous material handling, emergency procedure, proper equipment usage, and general safety protocols. Employer must ensure that employees understand these procedures and are competent to perform these tasks safely. Next, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It protects the privacy and security of individuals' health information and establishes standards for the electronic exchange of health information. HIPAA required healthcare organizations and their employees to undergo training on handling proper protected health information securely and require patient privacy. Training, training typically include topics such as the importance of safeguarding permissions and disclosure of personal health information, patient consent requirement, securely mirror for electronic, ensuring employees are properly trained, help to prevent unauthorized access to personal health information, mitigate the risk of data breach, and maintain compliance with HIPAA regulation. Medical device regulation. Medical device regulation are a law and standard that govern the design, manufacturing, distribution and use of medical device to ensure safety and effectiveness. It is compliance with medical device regulation which include education on quality management system, product testing and validation procedure, risk management practice and regulatory require specific safety devices. Next, State License Board are regulatory agency responsible for overseeing the license and regulation on various professions within a specific state and jurisdiction. Training of current employee may involve providing or renewing professional license or certificates by state license or certificate required by state licensing board. Employers may provide training programs or support employees in pursuing continuing education opportunity to maintain license and stay up to date or on industry best practices and regulatory changes. Last but not the least is Canadian Labour Code. The Canadian Labour Code is federal legislation that outlines the rights and responsibility of employees and employer in federally regulated workplace. The training of current employee under the Canadian Labour Code may include education on workplace safety, or a workplace health and safety regulation, employee standard, collective bargaining rights, dispute resolution procedure. Employers are responsible for providing training to ensure that employees understand their rights and obligations under the law. This is all about the laws and regulation under the current employee training topic. So, thank you.
Good morning, Professor. My topic is barriers in continuous nursing development. The first barrier is limited resource and funding. The second barrier is time constraint. The third barrier is resistance to change. The fourth barrier is lack of support from employees. The next one is work-life balance challenges, and the final one is limited career advancement. So we'll elaborate the barriers. Barriers to continuous nursing development often stem from limited resources, time constraint, and resistance to change. Limited resources sometimes affect in funding and training programs, and that's how it hinders the professional growth. Time constraint due to heavy workloads and staffing shortages make it difficult for nurses to dedicate time for further education. And additionally, sometimes resistance to change or reluctance to adapt new technologies can impede progress. So these are the barriers that is provoking, not provoking, but are barriering the continuous nursing development. First, we looked at the barriers and now the strategies to overcome those barriers. The first one is to prioritize training initiatives and allocating resources effectively. To address these barriers, strategies can be implemented. Prioritizing training initiatives and effectively allocating resources ensures that nurses have access to necessary education, offering flexible learning opportunities such as online courses or mobile-based training and modules that can help accommodating busy schedules. For example, nowadays, major companies and agencies are using a platform called Surge Learning to provide ongoing education and training to their employees. Why they are using it? Because it is very helpful and it is remotely accessible. And all the modules that the company are providing training on are only for few minutes, and every employee can access this platform on their mobile or on their laptops. So it is very accessible. Providing incentives or recognizing for participation in training activities can motivate nurses to engage in continuous development. Lastly, fostering a supportive organizational culture encourages openness to change and innovation, facilitating ongoing professional growth among nursing staff. So these were the strategies to overcome the barriers. Thank you so much.
Okay, at the last, let's discuss about the summary. In the summary, we discussed about the organizational role in providing the training to the current employees. It includes the different points. Next, we discuss why it is a major issue in the human resource management. Along with that, we also discuss about the laws and the regulations for the training, which is already provided through the policies and the different strategies. It includes the OHSA, the medical records, and so on. The last we discuss about the barriers. So what are the barriers, as it includes the time constraint, resisting to change, some the deficient knowledge. At the end, we also discuss about the strategies which are very important to overcome those barriers. So the next slide is about the references. You can have a look on the references if you want to gather the more information about that topic. Thank you and have a good day.